How's it going? So I read some comments, and now most comments are very good. Well done, guys. So you are on your way to kind of having a good life. Do you know what I mean? You don't play the stupid kids game anymore, right? But there are some people. All right. Okay. Let's get something straight, right? League of Legends is a drug, right? It's an e-drug. I call them e-drugs because they're electronic drugs, just like cigarettes back in the days, right? Now, why are they permitted right now? Now, we know it's a gigantically addictive game. Gigantically. It's probably one of the most addictive games like I came across. I mean, there are some other games that temporarily, but this game is giga addictive, right? Because it's a drug. Companies like Riot and Tencent hire addiction counselors and professional addiction experts, and they let them loose on you. So they will experiment and do whatever it takes to get you addicted, right? So I'll give you an example. Like, why do I have this thing in here? Okay, back in the days, long time ago, markets were not regulated, right? We didn't have financial regulation, we didn't have advertising regulation, we didn't have marketing regulation, we didn't have health and safety regulation in the markets. So what did the company do? They just went all in on goods of addiction. Red Bull at some point had cocaine in it. I will repeat this again. At some point, Red Bull had cocaine inside the drink, right? Now, they went, I'm talking crazy shit. Look, here is a doctor promoting you to smoke cigarettes. Now, do you think in today's world this would be allowed? No, because markets became regulated, right? Here's another one. Philip Morris. You can help your throat by smoking. I mean, it's just beyond ridiculous, right? Okay, look, here's another one, right? Here is Santa Claus smoking cigarettes. Here is, if you smoke, you become an athlete. Do you understand how ridiculous all that shit is? If you smoke, you become a player, right? Look. Do you understand, like, the messaging in this? Here is Heineken promoting drinking for kids. That's because all of this stuff is in unregulated market. Now, all of this disappeared once the government stepped in and started regulation. Now, internet is an unregulated space. What was happening to markets back then is happening to the internet right now. There is no regulation that's gonna stop a marketing company to tell you that if you're going to hit the challenger, all the ladies are gonna be yours. There is nothing stopping them from doing that. So they are doing this, all of this to you right now. Do you understand? Right? Now, although it's not so direct, but like I mentioned before, through addiction experts, they have figured out how to get you playing. And now people are going to be like, oh, League of Legends, rank, blah, 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 blah. Dude, I have only one question. When was the last time you did not play League of Legends? And that time was probably 4 years ago, or something like 5 years ago, or whatever, like. Alright? Because you're hooked. Right? You're hooked on this shit. You're just like a junkie. I'm sure among junkies, they will say, oh, on Monday I'm gonna quit. I can quit anytime. It's just that it's last one today, and then that's it, I'm done. Right? So you have to understand, companies like Tencent don't give an absolute shit about you. They do not care about you. All they care about is two things. Number one, how long are you playing? Right? Why? Why do they want to know this? Because League of Legends is a PvP game. You are the product. No one plays League of Legends to play against bots. Very few people do. Most of the game revolves around PvP. So unless you are there to entertain their customers, who are also part of the product, the game is not going to exist. So it's within their best interest to make sure that you are addicted. Number two, they want to make money. The longer you play, the more likely you're going to spend money, right? So they care for two things. All of their metrics are designed for two things. How much are you spending, how long are you playing? Now, at what point there is a metric that says, is he enjoying his life? Is he having a quality life? Is he not addicted? Is he doing his homework? Does he have a future? Will he get to college? By the time he's 35, when time runs out and it's too late to start college, will he be in a good shape? Governments care for this. Your parents care for this. I care for this, right? Tencent does not. They do not give a shit. All they want is to get you hooked and get your money. That's it, okay? So my channel is designed to help people to make rational decisions to quit the e-drug, right? And I've proven to you on multiple occasions that they do in fact rig the system. Now, some people are like, oh, how did they get to Challenger? Now, I'm not saying that you cannot climb. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that there is deliberate built-in mechanism to get you hooked. And that system is engagement optimized matchmaking, right? That system is designed specifically for one purpose, to get you hooked, right? Everything in League of Legends is designed to get you hooked, right? It's true you can climb. It's true that after 10 years of game, you will become like top 100 challenger players. I'm not denying that, right? I'm not denying this. It's true that if you play 4,000 games with an overpowered champion, you're gonna climb to master, right? But I'm saying, what's the outcome, right? What, you're gonna go to employer and you're gonna say, hey, I'm challenger player? No one gives a shit. Go, here's the trick. Go to Tencent with your CV. They are the guys who are selling you that bullshit, this game, and tell them, hey guys, I just got diamond in League of Legends. Hire me and pay me a decent salary for my efforts. They will tell you, kid, we'll get back to you. Do you understand? Anyway, I'm gonna link this in the description below for guys who understand that they're addicted, they really want to quit. This is very, very good tool. Now, we are fundamentally talking about behavior change, right? I spoke to I spoke to multiple people on this. Like, people are like, oh, but I'm not drug addict. Why do I need smart recovery tools? Why do I need like addiction counseling, psychology, and tools to help me overcome addiction or overcome drugs? You have to understand a very simple principle, right? Let me draw it. Alright, so this is my favorite example of all time. Like, I just love this example, okay? So here we have a drug addict, right? I call him AD, addict, right? And here we have a person who is not addicted, right? Not AD, not, right? We're trying to move this person to change all of his behaviors from here to here. Now, because drug addicts, they typically have a very low discipline. They have, sometimes they have sicknesses. Do you know what I mean? The tools that are required to move a person from here to here have to be exceptionally good. And these tools have been designed by the best psychologists like in the world, because they work for governments, and the whole purpose is to, like, the governments look after their citizens, right? So they will pick the tools that have a very successful track record, and this is kind of the summary of those tools, right? Let me show you one book, one second. So you can buy this book. It's very, very good, by Suzette Glasner Edwards, PhD, right? This is cutting edge stuff. This is like the best stuff you can get. But I will tell you, you do not need the book, because the tools that she's proposing, that she's done research on, that are the best possible tools, are exactly the same as in here. They are literally identical. Now, the only difference in the book is that she goes into explanation a little bit why they work the way they do. And she also have chapter on I think meditation here as well. Honestly, like meditation, I'm not a big fan. I read the book. It's you can get a book on meditation. It will be superior to her chapter, right? But the whole purpose of the book is basically to summarize it like this and just use the tools, and that's it, right? Now, why do I like this example? Is because think about so this person we can think about, he is kind of like sort of disabled in a way. So we have a disabled person in here who could have a muscle disability where his muscles are not growing. So we're trying to get a person from having disability of muscles to having a good life, right? Good life. And for that we use steroids, right? Because steroids originally were designed for people who have, it's like muscle dystrophy, I think it's called, or something like that, right? It's just basically they have no muscles, so they need them to grow, so they get steroid injections and the muscles start growing normally, right? That's because they're lacking some, I don't know, testosterone or whatever it's called, right? Now, what happens when a normal person, I'm talking like normal person, start taking steroids? I mean, they become just absolute monstrously. Like the results are astronomical. Now there are some side effects, especially if you buy them from dodgy suppliers. If you don't have medical grade steroids, there are massively bad side effects. And also for normal humans, there are side effects like roid rage and stuff like that, right? But overall, if we just think about the muscle growth, is absolutely insane. Like you become such a beast when it comes to giving normal person like steroids. You know what I mean? It's just the results are just so crazy. Now, but steroids have their side effects. Okay, so in here we are giving normal person the best behavior changing tools possible. Now these tools do not have side effects because they're not chemicals, right? They're just certain way of thinking, certain way of wiring your brain so you can control impulses and certain triggers, right? Until you kind of habitualize your brain to respond in a certain way. Like if I were to summarize the book, that's kind of the way it is. Do you know what I mean? So you're gonna become just like personal steroids. You like these are very, very strong tools. Very, very strong tools. I use them for any type of behavior change. Like I want to go to sleep at specific times. I use these tools. Do you know what I mean? Because they're very, very powerful. So I'm gonna link this in the description below. And yeah, that's about it. And for people who are gonna start telling me that they're not addicted to League of Legends and then start explaining to me how they, for the past 3 months, been playing League of Legends, and once they're gonna get to their rank, oh man, I'm telling you, they're gonna quit. Right? First, try not to play League for a week, and then write a comment. Okay? Now, if you cannot do that, you need these tools. Okay? Take care.